What's going down, my YouTube people? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing great. Got another one here for you guys. I want to talk about SDR gaming with these two great TVs right here. You have the on the left, the 77-inch LG G3, and on the right, you have the 77-inch Samsung S95C. And I'm just here to tell you guys that we have a little bit of a contest here. It is a lot more back and forth than what I thought it would be. And what I mean by that is that I thought it was going to be a clear winner, that the S95C was going to be the better of the two just because of the colors and things like that. But I got to say that it's a lot closer than I thought it would be, to say the least. And what I mean by that is that although I'm going to back out right here so you guys can see on this intro screen, um, although the LG G3 is brighter, and I think a lot of people always wanted to know which one is brighter as far as SDR gaming goes. It is slightly brighter than the S95C, but the S95C's color volume and color saturation is just a lot better. So when it comes to SDR gaming. So if you're more into color over brightness, you're going to pick the S95C. But if you're more into brightness and more color accuracy, you're going to clearly pick the LG G3. So long story short, and I'm going to show you some samples here when we get into it. So I'm going to go ahead and dive right in, guys. Um, and I'll show you some samples of colors and things like that. Don't mind the pink tint on the camera on the S95C. You're going to see that no matter what demo you choose to see on YouTube. It's just the way the camera picks it up. So we're going to go ahead and dive right in. Let's go to the settings where you pick your character and automobile. So over here, you're going to notice that again, just in this scene alone, you're going to see a lot more color on the S95C over the G3. It's just night and day. Like if you look really, really close and you look at the yellow on the scooter that or the bike that Luigi is riding right now, the yellow just pops so nice on the S95C. Again, I'm loving the way the S95C looks. It is just attractive to the eye. It just gathers everything together for you, and it just makes you appreciate what the S95C is all about. Um, we're gonna, let's say, change characters here, and if you look clearly again, the pink on the S95C on Toadette is just popping right now. It is just so vivid. It looks so good. And when you are SDR gaming, especially a game like this, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, you know it's all about colors, guys. So as you can see on the left, although the LG looks stupendous and it looks great and it still has that 3D pop, um, I got to go with the S95C on this one. It just looks better. The pink on Toadette on the LG does look a little bit more dull, and although you can fine tune that and make it, I can tell you right now, you can push the color all the way up, and then you can pretty much have, or push the color all the way up on the LG G3, and then pretty much have the S95C's color all the way, let's say, down to the lower 20s, and it'll still look better on the S95C color wise. I'm not speaking anything else but color at the moment. Um, but if you are again looking for the brighter picture, you're probably going to go with the LG G3. It does have the more pure whites. It does have the more natural color, and it does have that better, that better contrast ratio. So you get a little bit more of that depth perception when you're looking at 3D pops. So, anyways, we can go right here and you can see again on Lemmy that the colors, like let's say on his hair, look a lot more vivid, a lot more saturated. And again, that's with the color tones turned down on the TV. So this is one of those things, guys, where you're just like, wow, the S95C. Now I understand this is what people are looking for when they are shopping for a TV, and I truly get it. And as you can see, guys, I own both TVs, so you already know there's going to be literally no biasness or biased decision here. The S95C just does look better, and it's that simple um, on the on SDR gaming. Now, when it comes to HDR gaming, that's a whole different other ballpark. As you guys know, that's what I mostly do my videos on as far as these two TVs go. A lot of HDR gaming, a lot of HDR movie content. And, you know, when it comes down to it, overall, I still, again, as a personal preference, will choose the G3 over the S95C if I had to choose one. But, guys, on the S95C, definitely has its advantages over the G3, and this is a perfect example of it right here. So let's go to Luigi. As you can see, Luigi's just greens are so much more colorful on the S95C. And again, you know, you can't really compare. It's just that simple. So let's stick with Luigi. Actually, let's go to Mario over here and look at Mario's reds. Now you can tell, again, no matter what color you throw at it, um, Mario's red, like the hat, looks more dull on the G3. On the S95C, it is just popping. It just looks so good and it's just so friendly as far as gaming goes. It's just something else. So, um, all right, now let's pick a vehicle so you guys can get a little bit of a better perspective here. So right here, guys, in this the Streetle, this will show you what oranges can do. Now you can tell again the orange does look more dull on the LG G3, and you can tell that it's actually orange and a bright shiny orange on the S95C. It is just straight up attractive. There's just, I don't know what else to say. You guys should be able to see it for yourself. It's clear that the S95C definitely wins in the color perspective. And you know, if I had to choose, if I was, let's say, just say I only played SDR games and I had to choose between these two TVs and I didn't care about anything else, the S95C will be the TV for you guys, hands down. It's that simple. I didn't even fine tune my settings. This is more like out the box, and I can tell you right now that the S95C just kills it. So it's that simple. As far as actually, let me revert back. I did put the color up on the LG just to see how close it can get to the S95C with the S95C's color down, and it's still not even close, as you can see right there. So I don't want to go over each individual setting that I have. I feel like there's, you know, the it would be irrelevant to the point. But again, um, you can fine tune these all you want. You can spend hours and you're still not going to be able in SDR gaming get to the level of the S95C of what it can do color wise. And this right here will be your perfect example. Let's go to a nice blue. I will say the blues look really, really good on the G3. Um, but again, that blue on the S95C just kills it. It just, there's no way around it. So, perfect example right there. Let's go to another yellow right here. The yellow just looks so good on the S95C. It just looks a lot more yellow. It looks something that you want to see when you're playing SDR games versus a little bit more of a flat yellow on the LG G3. One can argue that the LG G3 on this particular, let's look at this sports coupe here, the yellow. is brighter, but it doesn't have as much color vibrancy as the S95C. So again, if you're more of a purist, more of the natural color, you're probably going to go with the G3 if you're an SDR gamer. But again, I would say 90% of the people, when they're looking for a good gaming TV that does well in SDR, you have right here in front of you the S95C. I would say 90% of you are going to go with this, with the S95C. Let's go over here to multicolors. So this is really cool. But again, you can tell that the S95C just pops and just has this thing about it that you just really can't compete with. So you're going to go over here. You can see this rainbow parachute again. Perfect example. You can tell the colors are just more vibrant. So I don't mean to keep bringing up the same point, but guys, if you had these TVs next to each other and you just were going strictly for color, there you go. You have it right there. Again, the S95C wins. So let's go ahead and pick our character, and let's go ahead and pick our stage that we can play in. So what I'm going to do is try to find the most color friendly one. I mean, they're all obviously very colorful, so we're going to go over here. So you guys tell me what you think. Would you rather choose the S95C for SDR gaming, or would you rather choose the G3 for SDR gaming? As you can see right now, you can tell that the LG G3 is brighter, but the S95C has the better colors. And this is a good map because it kind of shows you like what these like desert tones look like, sunset tones look like, and just all around uh, difference in color variations and how the it breaks up the different colors within gaming. So meaning like the drastic contrast between the characters and the scenery behind that the characters are racing in. It breaks up really well, and you can tell that the S95C just does a better job at being able to distinguish and break up the colors more versus the LG G3. The LG G3 just kind of has this like, a little bit of a washed out tone to it. And although it looks really, really good, and you probably won't be able to tell the difference when you know, if you just have the game running by itself with no other TV next to it, you still have um, you still have really good color and things like that with the G3, but man, when you stack it up next to the S95C, it's just different. It's hard to explain. It really does make a difference in SDR gaming. Um, you guys let me know what you see on here. Again, it's all up to it really, it's all up to you guys and what you obviously think. Every opinion is obviously respected, and every opinion really means a lot on my channel, guys. It is always welcome here, and it is very valued. Um, what I will say is that a lot of people do make comments based off of, you know, um, just what they prefer or what they're more of a fan of brand wise. And I'm just hoping that, if you guys can just kind of put that aside and just really try to, you know, make an unbiased opinion and state that in the comments. Those are the ones to me that really would make the most sense because you can kind of tell that, you're trying to be fair with both TVs, and you're just trying to, give logical opinions and things like that, which are the ones that, those opinions I really appreciate because you can tell that you're not trying to like one over the other because of the brand that it is. And I don't have any brand loyalty. I don't have any personal brand preference. I just really choose whatever TV I think is better for those particular those particular topics like gaming, movies, motion processing, details, 3D pop, things like that. Those are all the things that matter to me. So if I have to make an overall decision, then and I had to choose the one out of two of these TVs, then that would be basically what I'm saying is, you know, it's not just one topic is why I would choose the TVs for. It's my overall experience. And my overall experience, I do definitely like the LG G3 better. Um, because of what else it can do besides SDR gaming. But, again, we're all, different here. Some people only game or only SDR games. Some people do HDR and SDR gaming. Everyone's different, and everyone has their own personal preference of what you would want the TV for and why you would choose one over the other. So look at all the colors on this one, guys. What do you guys think so far? Please let me know if there's anything else that you would like me to show. I like playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe because it is extremely colorful and it really does show what these TVs are truly capable of. And, it just really exposes um, its true natural ability and its it does show basically what these TVs are actually made of. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. Are there any other games that you guys also play on the Nintendo Switch OLED or regular Nintendo Switch? Mario Kart, I know, is still a popular game, even though it's been out for years now. But, um, is there any particular games that do you like darker games? I know Witcher, an older game, is popular, but I don't know. Just wondering if you guys want to see any other games, Metroid Prime or Metroid. Those are good games to play on these TVs. But yeah, so my overall opinion, guys, if you were to have to choose between the LG G3 and the S95C, and SDR gaming is a priority, you can't go wrong with the S95C. Um, the motion processing is equal when it comes to SDR gaming. Um, it's just more eye candy on the S95C. It is, it just draws your attention a lot easier. It doesn't take as much effort to get to the color you want it to be at with the S95C, meaning you can keep the color volume low and you'll still get superb color. Um, it's just basically one of those things where, like, when you're playing the game, it's kind of like night and day. With the colors. I would say I'm surprised that the motion processing is better on SDR versus HDR on the S95C. I still think that the motion processing, which is a huge deal to me, is definitely better on the G3, especially when it comes to HDR gaming. That's just a hands down night and day difference to me. Um, what I notice on the S95Cs when I'm playing in HDR is, for some odd reason, when I am in intense situations where there's a lot going on at the same time, a lot of action. Um, for some odd reason, I don't know why, but the game starts to judder more or get glitchy more. It just can't the processing. It just can't handle it as good as the G3. Again, I'm speaking specifically for HDR, but when it comes to SDR gaming, I didn't see a single difference at all when it came to that. Um, and I just think that if you're going to choose, an SDR TV for SDR gaming, this would definitely be the better way to go versus the G3. The G3 just can't handle the color that the S95C can do. It just can't get to that level. So, and we all kind of know that's kind of like a common sense thing, but with the QD OLED technology, that's just what they do. That's the whole point. And you already know with Samsung, that's also what they are known for. So, and when it comes to Samsung too, for generations at this point now, it's always been about color pop. That's what they're known for. So that is to me their signature trademark thing that nobody can compare with. You know how like I always say LG always has this thing about them with the 3D pop that no other TV can get to? Well, that's their signature move that nobody can really get to. The same thing goes for the S95C when it comes to color. There's really no other TV that can get to that level color wise than a Samsung. I mean, one can argue that there are other brands getting there as well, but Samsung just has it down the best when it comes to color. That's all. Now, I wish that they would concentrate on other things like HDR gaming a little bit better, um, as far as like the motion processing goes and things like that. But you know, if you really want the best of both worlds, I think that'll be something that Samsung should consider, working on their TVs. But again, you know, there is no perfect TV out there either, so you got to take that into consideration too. Now, one can say, well, they beg to differ. You can get the A95L and it'll have the best of both worlds, including Dolby Vision. But again, um, I just feel that I had the A95K last year, and I gamed and gamed and gamed on that TV. I actually almost finished the entire God of War Ragnarok game on the Sony A95K. And although um, that TV was phenomenal and it looked beautiful, I can tell you right now the input lag, not a fan of, even in game mode. And the motion processing on that game. I don't know what Sony, was with that new cognitive processor. I'm hoping that it gets better, but I can tell you guys, man, the I don't care what anyone says. It was a joke. Like it really, really was. Motion processing in that game was not good. I'm sorry, in that TV was not good. Um, when it came to fast motion processing and things like that, it just was. I was just not a fan. Was not something that I was enjoying when it came down to it. And although I played it the entire time, um, with Ragnarok, I it was just when I switched back, let's say to the LG G2 or the S95B, even the S95B had better motion processing, and that was a shocker to me. So, I'm hoping that with the A95L, that motion processing got better, but we'll see. So. All right, guys. So that's about it. You guys let me know what you think. Do you like the S95C in SDR or do you like the G3 in SDR? Do you like the more natural colors of the G3 or do you like that high punch color? of the S95C. As you guys can clearly see, when it comes to color, the S95C is the winner. I hope that this helps excuse me, with anybody's purchase decision. Please ask as many questions as you can. If you found this video helpful, I'm just politely asking if you guys can please hit a like on my video so it can go ahead and reach others that may be interested in a comparison just like this. And if you guys can please subscribe, I would highly appreciate it for more videos coming in the future. And that's about it. So thank you guys so much for all your support, and I will see you on the next one.